We're joined in studio by Adrian Dolan, who is a nephew of Joe Dolan. This week, good morning to you. This weekend, there's absolutely Joe Dolan mania taking place. But we're going to have, hopefully, singers on towards the end of the programme to be in with a chance of winning tickets to some concerts over the weekend. So if you are ready and you can sing a Joe Dolan tune, and we think you're brilliant at it, or we think you're entertaining, or we think you're like Joe himself was, well, we'll give you a pair of tickets to a concert this weekend. But first of all, Adrian, fill us in, tell us a little bit about what's happening this weekend in Mullingar and who was the brainchild of this festival.
Well, Clara, for so many years now, well, for up to nearly 50 years, Joe travelled the world from Mullingar and entertained his worldwide legion of fans. So since Joe died, we've had so many people coming to Mullingar, and they come to the statue and so on and so forth. We decided this year, why not just put a festival on? And maybe some of those legion of fans might travel back to Mullingar, where it all started out. So we decided we put on the Joe Dolan Mullingar Festival, and based it around the Joe Dolan The Reunion Show, which was a show that we put together about 3 years ago, held it in Killarney. It was very successful.
That was the first outing of the hologram, was it?
Well, it's Joe on a big screen. It was the first outing of that, where Joe entertained his fans from a giant screen while we, as the live band, played along with it. And the first night that we played it, we didn't really know how it was going to be accepted. But when we did one part of the show where Joe says to the crowd, "Do you love me, really love me?" and they all answered back, "Yes," well, we all had a sigh of relief, and we felt that this was just going to really work.
It was working.
It was working, and it was accepted, and it was been successful since we've brought the show out. So it was the reunion, is what we called it, because it was the reunion of the fans, reunion of Joe in another way, and the band.
What is it about Joe that really struck a chord with people?
Well, I think it was his personality. He had a great way with people. He would have a great way with anybody when he met them, and he made a lasting impression on whoever he met. His voice as well, he had a very unique voice. The voice really was the continental attraction, you could say. The people in Turkey would sort of say, yeah, Joe Dolan. They would recognise his voice from South Africa, from wherever. But he had that voice that it did travel. And the fact about his voice travelling, it was great then when Joe went on tour. He was able to back it up then with his personality. So it was just, he had the whole package. He had the X factor. I have to tell you,
Adrian, that my own dad, who isn't well at the moment, so best of luck, Daddy, but he would have known Joe. He's from Roscommon, my dad, but when he was working with the LNNs, they used to have golfing outings, and one day they had golfing and Joe Dolan was playing with them. My dad didn't really like golf, but it was the best day of his life. He said the crack they had was second to none, and he said he felt that Joe Dolan could have been there with the King of England or whatever, and would have treated him the exact same as he treated anybody else. Yeah,
he had a great way with people, and it was his personality that sort of was the main thing, you know. He, as you say, he would have dined with the kings and so on, but he still came back to Mullingar.
And went down to the pub for a local to have a chat with the lads.
Yeah, and I mean, he always wore this brown jacket that was nearly like we were saying, Jenny, Joe, would you not just go along and dress yourself up or whatever? And he said, sure, it's a jacket, you know. And I mean, that was Joe for you. He was an ordinary Joe, as to say.
And he loved his family, didn't he?
Oh, he did, yeah. I mean, he was great to us and all the family, but I mean, I'd been Joe's godchild, but you know, Joe was a great man that he'd forget your birthday or he'd forget Christmas or whatever. And but then, you know, he'd go along and he'd look after you. But on their birthday, he wouldn't let on. He forgot. He'd say, "Jenny, I'm after losing the keys to the boot of the car." And I said, "Where did you, Joe?" "Yeah." "Okay, so," and you'd go away, and then a day later he said, "By the way, that car, I got rid of it. I don't know what was wrong with the boot didn't work, but here, there's a few pound for you. Just buy yourself something." So, I mean, you had a great way of doing it. You know, you never felt left out, which was his way.
And as well as that, it's not on your birthday. So if it's happening off birthday or off Christmas and some, you know, it's kind of a little bit extra surprise randomly in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, well, I mean, to everybody, he was Uncle Joe. that type of way, whether it was family or not. He sort of looked after everybody. If it was their birthday, it was always an excuse for him to splash out. Like money really meant nothing to Joe. As Ben says, as long as he had enough.
As long as he had enough. And he gave it around, did he? He didn't care about it at all, no?
No.
He had enough of it, I'd say. He had enough of it made and I suppose enough of it spent.
Well, as Ben says, Joe probably didn't know what was there,
Really?
He just had a good time. And, like, he deserved a good time because he really worked hard. He was out playing, say, 5-6 nights a week. And in playing shows in Ireland, he'd get an airplane and head off then to England to do TV shows. I mean, we wouldn't see that here. I mean, these are the days, if you remember, before YouTube or multi-channel TV. Like, if Joe was going to do an appearance in Luxembourg on a TV station, people thought, all right, he's gone away somewhere. But
they didn't know what he was doing, because we couldn't see it over here.
And it's like with YouTube now, you can see those pieces up there, and like people now are sort of finding out about Joe at that time, what he did. That sort of, he wasn't spinning them a yarn. It did happen.
He's
what
always
he was at.
on something when you flick on the telly, whether it be on TG Cahir and something they have back or on Reeling in the Ears. He's always on it.
Oh yeah, he's always on something. Like, he still lives on. Like that's the way, and which is fantastic for us. Like it feels really brilliant that Joe is still there. There's a lot of artists that when they die, that the music dies, but Joe lives on.
I just have to remind people that if they want to win tickets to concerts over the weekend, they need to get on touch with Sinead outside on 0818 300 103 and just come on and give us a bar or two of any of Joe's songs.
Yeah, this is this is about the impersonator contest, and it's based around that what we have on the Saturday. But on the Saturday, it's a sort of a family day out, but we have this impersonator contest at 5 o'clock, and I think
everybody knows about the impersonator contest at this stage.
But we want people. You don't have to be the best singer in the world, and we've left it open to the fans of Joe's. We don't want professionals. I mean, there's too many professionals out there. We want the fans, and every fan is able to do a Joe Dolan song, whether it be at the wedding or in the shower or whatever. And that's what we're looking for on the day. It's about entertainment, and it's about having a good time, and that's what we're looking for. And if you wear the suit, if you wear the tie, you do the whole thing. Is there special awards for people that actually look like him? Oh, we can find one, yeah, but no, but I'm just saying, if there are, it's looking like it's grand. But it's just the fact of we want the fans to be involved because they were really good to Joe, and we want to sort of be good to them too. We have a great prize, which is the Joe Dolan Cup, and then there's a recording session in his studio.
Very nice. Yeah, this is the official one now. Ours isn't the official.
Oh no,
but won't be singing on Saturday.
But we'll give them tickets for the reunion show, and and they'll enjoy the reunion show as well. So I mean, it's a packed weekend between, say, the Friday we have the reunion show, and then after that we've Karen and the Dolans, which is our new band. After Joe, we've a girl singing with us, Karen.
How did you find Karen?
Well, it was just sheer luck we found her, because when Joe had been ill for a couple of dates, we worked with a band called the Hucklebuck Shoes, and she was on that show. And then it was 2 years later, thinking of putting a band together, her name came back in our minds, and she had a fantastic voice and a great range, which was not unlike Joe's range, really high range. So she was able to sing Joe's songs also. So that was Karen and the Dolans on the Friday, and then the Saturday we have the reunion show also in the Arts Centre, and then following that in the Greville we have Karen and the Dolans with special guest Ronan Collins. He's on that night, and then on the Sunday the play is on.
The night Joe Dolan's car broke down.
Yeah, it's a fantastic play. Pádraig McIntyre wrote this play, and it's about well, it's a long story, but basically Joe appears in a pub at night time and does a few songs for them. But it's been
impromptu almost.
Yeah, but it's brilliant the way it's working. And now that's the shows that are on. But the daytime shows, we have, say, the face painters and all that on the Saturday in the Market Square, and the farmers market, and hobbies and crafts. But like as I say, it's all these people are coming back to Mullingar. The hotels are doing well of it, and really we're we're looking forward to it. Even the shops are getting on board in town. We were in a shop yesterday where they're offering, if you wear white, you'll get a free 99.
Oh, yum! I'm so. I'd love one now. Actually, might hurt my little sore throat. Hang on, we have a Peter Daly who'll come on and give us an old bar if you want to put on your headphones there. I think the reason it's kind of getting hard because I haven't the aircon in here and we've been doing a lot of talking today, so it's getting hard on the old. It's getting hard on the old throat. Peter, good morning to you.
Good morning, Clara. How are you?
Not too bad. You can say hello to Adrian there too.
Adrian, how are you keeping?
Not too bad, Peter. Good to hear you.
You're going to give us a bar, are you?
Well, we'll try it anyway, sure, whatever.
Are you a Joe Dolan fan?
Oh, big time, yeah. It's right. The like him will never be out again.
Yeah, exactly. And you're from Kinnegad. Would you have ever met him?
I would have, yeah, sure. Attended lots of dances and concerts or whatever. Would have met him afterwards, yeah.
So you'd only be loving to go to one of the reunion shows?
Stop the lights, yeah. Hoping to go there one way or the two, yeah.
One way or the other, yeah. Well, go on there. What song are you going to give us?
Oh, sure, there's so many, it's hard to know. Let's see, maybe Hush Hush Maria.
Oh, you rock on there.
All right, baby. Who's gonna tell Maria he won't be home? Who's gonna tell Maria she's now alone? Tell her the life he wanted took him away. Tell her there's no use living for yesterday. Hush, hush, Maria, hush, Maria. They say it's best, they say. Hush, hush, Maria, hush, Maria. It had to end this way.
Oh, that's just phenomenal stuff there.
Peter, that's fantastic.
Well, you made me smile anyway, Peter. Would you be known for your singing abilities?
Shall we chant on and on?
Oh, great. Well, we'll get Sinead to give you 2 tickets. I don't know, are they tickets too?
Oh, tickets either Friday or Saturday. Whichever night you want to go there, down to the Arts Centre, Peter. The reunion show's on. So it's up to yourself there. You can chat with Sinead afterwards. But well done. That's what we're looking for, and that's fantastic. And if you're around on the Saturday, you never know. 5 o'clock, Market Square.
Competition time.
Bring a suit.
Look, boy, thank you.
Yeah, that's it. Come on, Peter. Thanks.
Thanks a million, Peter.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Thanks. So that's Peter Daly. Now, he was setting the bar kind of high, but he was entertaining there,
brilliant,
giving it some welling.
Yeah.
And so that's what we pretty much expect on the Saturday down in Mullingar.
Oh yeah, and we have contestants from Ireland, the UK, and Australia.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, phenomenal response to it. There's guys nearly auditioning to me on the phone, and I said, no, it's on the day. Come up,
just come down.
Just come down, and we have their tracks or whatever, and they get up. They're 3 minutes. It's like the X Factor or Mullingar's Got Talent, and we let them on and
let them go.
Let them go, and it's.
Do you remember the day that they opened the statue to Joe there? Brian Cowan, when he was Taoiseach, was down to open it.
Yeah.
And the whole place was thronged with Joe Dolan fans. What will Mullingar Town Council do if it's something similar to that again? Because there's every chance that there will be that crowd again in Mullingar.
I don't know. No, we've been organising this, and we just thought, we started small.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it is a thing that people all arrive, well, fantastic.
Yeah.
But, these days you can't hope for fantastic things. Like that time with the statue, it was all during the good times.
I know it was during the good times, but I just think that, the Durrow Festival last Sunday, we're surprised about the number of people that turned out. I presume half coupled with the good weather. But, Joe Dolan is adored in this country.
Well, we'd love people to all turn out, and if it's a fantastic day and the sun is shining and all those people turn out, look, we'll sort it then. There's no point in doing all these arrangements and finding out then afterwards, that it's not working. This is our first year to try it, and this was basically just to bring a bit of business back into the town and try to bring sort of Joe's name in it, and that we'd have a bit of crack. I mean, you have the Rose of Tralee, you have this, that and the other. I mean, why not have the Joe Dolan Mullingar Festival? Absolutely.
Frank in Mullingar says he's travelled to a lot of the Joe Dolan concerts across the country, and he said that the fans are like one big family and that they still love Joe as much as they ever did.
That's true, and we meet them. Ben meets them most days in the pub in Mullingar. They come in to say hello, and he chats them, and they talk about the dances that they went to and where they followed them around the country. And I mean, it's great for Ben because he's still chatting, he's still meeting the people, and I know he misses it and all that, but still, you know, there's daily contact with them.
Just because I see we're running out of time there, but in regards to the reunion shows and the other events that you've on, is there a booking office, or how do people get their hands on tickets?
Well, for the reunion show in the Arts Centre, there's a booking office at 044 934 7777, or else on the night itself, we've decided we're going to put some tickets by for people that just want to come up at the door
On
that
the
same
door,
night.
yeah.
And then for Karen and the Dolans in the Greville Arms Hotel, it's just, you can ring 044 93 48563, or else, you know, turn up on the door. The other thing I want to just mention, we have the Belvedere bus tour.
Oh, very nice.
And this is a free tour of Joe Dolan's Mullingar for anybody that's in town. You just call into the Greville, you collect your ticket. The bus is a shuttle bus, take you from Mullingar out to Walshestown Cemetery, back in from there across the Joe Dolan Bridge, and then you have free use of Belvedere House and Gardens, where that was the first location that Joe had the photograph taken for The Answer to Everything, and you can recreate your picture out there.
And is that kind of a couple of times over the weekend?
Oh, it's all on the Saturday from 11 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the evening. So anybody can avail of this bus, and it's a great chance to see Mullingar, and it's a great chance to see Belvedere House, which it's free to people with the ticket. Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
Unfortunately, we have to leave it there because the clock is upon us. But thanks very much, Adrian, for coming in. I'm sure it'll be an absolute blinder of a weekend, and I hope the sun is shining for you.
Thanks, Clara.
Thanks a
Thanks
million.
for having us in.
Not at all.